At pivotal moments in history, railways, roads, and the internet each transformed global markets and unleashed a flurry of innovation. Each technological advance opened the door to previously unimagined possibility. The same is true for mobile phones, but it is happening at a faster pace and reaching more people. It took the radio 50 years to reach an audience of 50 million people. It took the television 13 years to reach the same size audience. The internet, 7. But the mobile phone did it in just 3. This year, the number of mobile handsets will surpass the global population. In 2002, Africa alone housed only 49 million mobile phones. Fast forward 11 years, there are over 750 million, making it the fastest growing region with respect to mobile penetration. By 2016, there will be an estimated 1 billion mobile phones in Africa. Mobile reach is quite simply unparalleled in pace and scale. International development practitioners are taking notice. The opportunity to harness the power and reach of mobile technology to improve lives, particularly those of underserved populations, is enormous. Programs that integrate mobiles are proliferating and becoming more sophisticated, offering compelling alternatives to existing service delivery, such as healthcare without a clinic, financial services without a bank, agricultural advice without an extension worker, educational training without a school, job opportunities without a work queue. These efforts and alternatives are real and powerful, but they're often built on the assumption of universal access to mobile devices. Over the past 3 years, there has been a persistent and reinforced perception that mobile growth is everywhere. Go to the farthest reaches of the world, say the most rural community of an African nation or the most remote inlet of a Pacific island, and you'll find a mobile handset in the hands of even the poorest farmer or fisherman. Or so the story implies. Great progress has indeed been made. In Indonesia, for example, total mobile market penetration in 2008 was less than 45%. 5 years later, it stands at 113% and quickly growing. In other words, for the 247 million Indonesians, there are 279 million mobile connections. But this is only a part of the story, one that focuses more on the number of SIMs in a country and not the number of individuals with handsets. Adjusted for unique subscribers, Indonesia's market penetration drops to 38%, given that each mobile subscriber has on average 2.63 SIMs. That's a considerable difference, 113% versus 38%, spread out over its 17,500 islands. This story repeats itself across the globe and is especially pronounced in developing countries, and the reality is substantially different from the perception. Of the 6.7 billion connections around the world, only 46% are unique subscribers. This total drops to 39% in the developing world. That's a significant and staggering gap between the number of unique subscribers and the total number of handsets. The ubiquity of mobile phones, all of the sudden, isn't the only story to tell. One might ask, if it was easy to reach so many people so quickly over such vast geographies, then won't it only be a matter of time before unique subscriber rates catch up with the perception of universal access? Perhaps, but it doesn't seem to be a foregone conclusion. Just like roads and railways that have run up against mountains and rivers, mobile technology has constraints to its expansion. These barriers are not insurmountable, but they're real and they're persistent. Mobile access is foundational to any other mobile application, such as mobile money or mHealth. And the barriers to universal access impact greater adoption and more effective use, particularly amongst underserved communities. These barriers have many faces: awareness, affordability, relevant local content, attainability, and connectivity. Together, these 5 components come together to create a comprehensive view of mobile access, the rails upon which to build mobile for development programs and applications.